You want to know how to make money on the stock market? I'm going to show you right here. Remember to talk to a licensed financial provider in your area. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. We jumped into a hood call option. Boom, up $200. We just did this one. An AMD call option. Boom, up $400. I jumped into a SPY vertical option. I'm up $300 on that. Family, and it's not just me. We got D over on KGU, and he said, KGU paid for my school shopping for the kids, up almost $500 on that. We got Go League Mon, who just said up $1,500. KGU, the AMD profits. Family, we killing it right now. And I told everybody who joined the annual membership that I was gonna show you how to get paid. Salute to all y'all that recently joined. If you're trying to join, the link is in the top of the description. Now let's talk about some bangers. The first one is Webull. Ticker symbol BULL. It doesn't mean that I want to buy this up at $16. In actuality, I want to get it closer to 2 points, and I'm gonna get straight to the point on you, family. I got you right here. The first point that I want to buy Webull is actually in the $13 range right now. And then the next point that I want to buy Webull is in the $10 range. That's where I will really go heavier on this one because I see a lot of potential. Oftentimes, potential isn't realized in some of these companies. Sometimes it's realized in other companies, but that's why you got to put your trader hat on where you say, okay, I'm getting in, I'm making money with this one. And if it graduates to a long-term hold, then I'm gonna hold on to it. But we know why people use Webull. We know why people like Webull. And we see that they're gonna get more customers as time goes on. Take a look at this. I noticed something on the charts, and not just the trading charts that move up and down with the price, the trading trends. The Robinhood app has showed an increase in people who are buying Webull stock. They picking it up like crazy. We like to see that. We see that they have one earnings report already in the books. This was for Q1 2025, but their next earnings is going to be in August on the 28th. So they're going to tell us how is the business going. But what we really want to hear is how many customers are they onboarding and how much are they making per customer. Now that we can see this information publicly, family, we're going to be able to make a lot of money by having the information. So I'm picking it up at those 2 buy points, but I'm going to send out alerts when I do buy it, when I'm getting in at the best prices. Again, don't listen to me though. Even though we're making money with XRP, Hood, we're making money with AMD, all of these different things. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. Talk to a financial provider and licensed professional in your area. Do that, even if they're making you less money than we making on here, but it is what it is. Let's look at some of the recent news in Webull that can make them actually come down to pick us up. Because remember, there are gonna be people who hear Webull being talked about like a crypto stock or like a stock or whatever, and they're gonna just think to themselves, okay, I heard the name, I'm gonna buy the stock. You gotta get in at the right price. The name of the game is to buy it low and sell it high. Some of y'all hustling backwards because you don't think first about how you gotta get it low and what does it mean to be low. What it means to be low, and I'm gonna just put you up on some game, and I told y'all this, y'all's been rocking me for a long time, you know what time it is. But it's where the institutions are buying it. They get to set the low points. So those numbers I told you in the beginning of the video, those are the lows currently. Let's look at the recent news. Webull is now gonna relaunch their crypto trading in Q3 of 2025, and they're updating their Webull Pay platform. So Webull, you had the ability to go and buy your Bitcoins on there, go and buy your XRPs on there, go and buy your Ethereums, whatever you might have chose that was available on Webull, but they slowed it down. You couldn't go and buy it. So now what? You had to go to a different app related to Webull, but now they're trying to bring it back to the main app to encourage more people to get on it. Why? Because they see Robinhood, the app, which is their competitor, killing it and people making a lot of money with crypto over there. So here's one thing that they did that is going to give us a buying opportunity and give it that volatility that you need for it to come down. Oftentimes people don't understand volatility, meaning how quickly up or down it can move. But these are opportunities. When you see something move up like crazy and come down like crazy, but it still has the opportunity to move back up, that's when you get in low. Here we go. The company entered into a $1 billion equity financing agreement, raising dilution concerns among investors, which is a concern. Let's keep it real, let's keep it raw. Currently, Webull is not making a profit, meaning they're gonna use their stocks and use their shareholders to try to make money on you. So what do? You gotta be intelligent and say, nah, how do I make money on you? You ain't gonna be the one making money on me. Listen, we've been getting so much money this week. getting in this play, getting in that play, buying options, buying crypto, buying stocks, right? We multifaceted with it. We've been getting so much money, it feel like we robbing Wall Street, family. If you ready to rob Wall Street with me, legally, obviously, put a me in the chat, M-E, so I know who rolling with me to this battle, family. Let's get it. And let's talk about this, because a lot of people don't understand the importance of really understanding what a company is doing and how well they're doing it. There's a concept called market share. So imagine there's a piece of an entire cake, and Robinhood only got a slice, Webull got a slice, Webull got a slice, Fidelity got a slice. When you look at it like this, you could think Robinhood, their slice of that cake is 25 million users who have funded accounts on Robinhood. But Webull, they have 4 million users with funded accounts who are using Webull. So their opportunity to double, going from 4 to 8, is way more likely than something like a Robinhood going from 25 to 50, or even if it's not way more likely, it's way more possible because it's a lower number. So they have the opportunity. A lot of people choose Webull because it's really good when you're an active trader. And I want to get to another one that I told you I'll speak on, and this one is Big Bear AI. Again, this is a little hype stock, no disrespect. It has not yet graduated to being a long-term play for me personally. If it's a long-term play for you, I can't tell you what you should do. You understand what I'm saying? But I've been in this game for a long time now, and I know how I got to think about these plays. I know I got to use them to make money and then move on to the next thing. It's how it go. But sometimes there are companies you actually invest in and you hold. These are your Apples, your Microsofts, your Nvidias, and things like that. But this one, it hasn't gotten to that stage yet where I can say, yeah, I'm gonna just put my money in this and don't think about it. The things that have not yet graduated to a long-term hold, they require attention. You got to think of them kind of like a little kid, right? Something like an Apple, something like a Nvidia, they already grown, they already moved on to college, moved on, got their career. If they are your kids, you don't got to watch them. You can be pretty sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. But something like a Big Bear AI, you got to watch it more closely. They kind of like a toddler, right? One day they could be getting great grades, and then the other day they out running in the street. You like, yo, you're gonna get hit by a car. You got to watch it. How do you make money with this? Again, you got to get in low, but you got to understand what low means. Big Bear AI, BBAI, can be found on any stock app, just like Webull, for example, or Robin or whatever. And it's currently $7.38. The next low point is about the low $7 range. Your $7 flat, your 714s, even like your 690s. But if we come down below like 690, family, I wouldn't touch this thing unless it came back down to the $5 range. I'm talking your 550s, your 560s. I wouldn't touch it unless it came back down there if it broke under 690. So I want you to watch out for that. And then I got another one for you, Apple, AAPL. This is for my long-term people. If you love long-term stocks, let me know in the chat so I can give you more of them, because we actually making a lot of money with that too. Put long-term in the chat so I know that you looking for more things that you could buy that have already graduated and you could just set it and forget it on them, because I got you. Apple is one of them for me. I've been in this one since it was like $50, $40, and it's just been running up. But I don't just let that average stay. I buy more and more of it, even when it's in the 200s. My people who like Apple stock, it's been range bound. It's been stuck between about 212 and about 216. So every time we come down to 212, if you like call options, boom, you could play that up. Do your research on that, obviously, but we've been eating with that. So pay attention. This is one of the reasons. They did something recently that a lot of people don't know. When you look at the cash on hand, they have about $48 billion as of the last time they told us, which is like March 31st, but it's less than they had a year ago, 28% less, meaning all these billions of dollars, like $50 billion, family, they have way more than that, and they're spending it on what? They're spending it on artificial intelligence. They're trying to get into the game. So we want to watch out and see how Apple gets into the game and how they make waves and change these iPhones into something way more embedded with artificial intelligence. Family, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Tap into KGU, the annual membership. Again, it's 39% off. It's embedded in. Bet on yourself, believe in yourself. I see you over there so you could get these buy alerts and watch us trade live. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.